Welcome, my fellow Clashers, to another exciting episode of Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we're talking about the weird, wacky, wandering warden. Yes, the Grand Warden, I'm not sure. I think his AI may have been taken directly from a page of the Queen's book. Sometimes it just doesn't look like it works out the way it's supposed to, although it actually is working out the way it's supposed to. I am not a fan of the Warden's AI all of the time, and we're going to see exactly that right here in this attack replay against Teresa Lee of Lost Phoenix, one of Lost Phoenix's many Legend League players. So more and more we are seeing legend on legend action over here in Lost Phoenix. So it makes for some exciting raids from some very skilled players, but occasionally we see strange raids as well. This one not too out of the ordinary, although the vast majority of the troops do come through this one opening. Again, because of the Warden's abilities, it makes sense to keep them grouped up more so than before the update. So again, anti-kill squad going on right here, as the Warden's Eternal Tome protects so many units so well. Invincibility level 20, why not keep your entire army together so that you can get that maximum protection? Now, we haven't seen the wackiness from the Warden yet, but just wait, it'll come. Units moving in through the core, just about getting that second star. The Queen still at almost full health, taking down the last Inferno Tower. So again, at the risk of sounding like a biggity broken rickety record, you've got to get away from these open base designs. These are absolutely the death of defenses if you're attacked with witches. So I really am hoping to see that Lost Phoenix members, everybody, moves away from these bases. The rest of people, if they want to stay with it, go right ahead, because with witches, you can absolutely just curb stomp bases like this. Really almost impossible to lose unless you lose those wizards and witches to a giant bomb. There's one right there, but it gets the skeletons, not the wizards and witches. The Queen now has activated her ability. The Warden has wandered off and is assisting the other units to the right. Again, he tries to assist units where there's a lot of hit points, and maybe that's where these skeletons and the witches are right now. Now he is wandering back off to the left. We've lost the witch, but this attacker is at 84% damage, just about to wrap up a 3-star win if there are enough units left. Now, of course, we are rooting for Teresa here on defense, but there are quite a few witches, a bunch of skeletons, and not a lot of splash damage remaining. In fact, it looks like that wizard tower is going to be the last splash damaging structure in this village that's standing, and once it goes down, Teresa is going to be in big trouble. With about a minute left in this raid, you can see there's plenty of units, and they don't really have a need to get through these walls right now because of the ranged attack ability of the Witch and the Grand Warden. So you can see really only 2 major units left and a bunch of skeletons out on the battlefield, but only one defensive structure, just the archer tower down at the bottom left. So we speed things up just a bit, and you can see we're clearing these last structures, and this is where the Warden is going to fail us. Watch this as we get towards the last enclosure. The last witch falls to the archer tower, and here is where the Grand Warden's artificial intelligence absolutely fails. Being a supporting unit, he went after the wall when he could have taken down that archer tower easily, and this attacker is left with a 2-star win instead of 3. So the Queen, actually, we call her dumb, but she at least has a mind of her own. The Warden is truly just a follower, not a leader, and he had no idea how to handle the end of that raid. So moving on, we've got Mauneros on the attack, and he is using Lava Lunion from the air, and he's got the Warden, hey, set to air mode. Smart guy. That's something I failed to do recently. So this attack strategy is still alive and well, although you can see the vast majority of the balloons have avoided both of the first 2 rage spells. Luckily, the 3rd rage goes down, the freeze spell as well, so those balloons will get back into enraging action, and there is the Warden's Eternal Tome ability, helping those balloons get a little bit further without taking any more damage. So right there, you can see closing in on the 1st star for 50% damage, but the balloons did not splash damage the town hall out of the way. And right here, this is where things get a little bit strange. The Warden is on the town hall. Looks like a foregone conclusion that the Grand Warden will single-handedly take this town hall down. No other units on the battlefield. Go, Grand Warden, go! The air sweeper not going to be a concern. The Barbarian King can obviously not harm the Grand Warden in any way, and then, come on, exhibiting that he has less than no brain, making the absolute most ridiculous move here. The Warden changes targets and goes after the Barbarian King. Now, obviously, there was some sort of combination of the last units on the battlefield, which were those minions targeting the Barbarian King, and of course the air sweeper, perhaps pushing the warden back and causing him to retarget the town hall again and again and again until the Barbarian King pathed in front of him. But there is the Grand Warden going after the king rather than the town hall. But Monorosa's okay. He still has his heroes, poison spells, minions, wall breakers. He's got all sorts of units that are ready to go and get that town hall down. But will they head towards the town hall, which is deeply embedded inside that innermost layer of walls? Now, wisely here, Maonoros conserving his last wall breakers, letting the archers get through that outermost layer of walls, and you can see the warden is still up, working on a gold storage. The archers wander off to the left, so that gives you an idea of where the units will target. So the wall breakers are indeed going to move in, and just barely, they get that innermost wall open. So a perfect path right for the town hall. But here is where I think Maonoros made a bit of a mistake. And that is, he drops the king and he sees the skeletons coming out, so he chooses to put the queen down as well. And now the king, he didn't really need help to get these skeletons out of the way. Would have taken him a few extra seconds. He wanders off to the left, takes a couple more structures down, and then maybe the queen would have pathed directly towards the town hall had those first two structures been down like you see here. Instead, she has followed her king, and the warden came over, decided to help out, last minions as well. So Maonoros is going to grab the 1 star for 50%, but not the 2nd star for the town hall. So perhaps saving the queen's deployment for a few seconds later would have made the difference. Now, if the Grand Warden were a little smarter, that would have made all the difference, but instead, again, Maonoros held to just 1 star. So the Grand Warden is my favorite part of the Town Hall 11 update, but my least favorite part of the Grand Warden is that wackiness at the end of some battles. But let me know what your favorite part of this update was and what you would like to see from future episodes of Clash of Clans Attacks. You know I always read the comments, I listen to you guys. This is my channel and your channel too. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and of course I will see you back here tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, I'd say that Grand Warden's a bit senile. At least you two had something in common.